Just a little talk about how kind of go about things, setting up tip-ups. We're actually kind of first ice here and just chasing some pike to pickle actually in a lake here in northern Wisconsin. Trying to get as many as we can, but I've actually never fished this lake before in the winter, but just in general, when you're trying to put a pattern together and you're attacking a new lake, or maybe a lake you fished for years, but every year the patterns can be a little bit different. Now there's 4 of us out here today. We're legal to run 12 different lines. So essentially what we've got going on, we're running all tip-ups. We're trying to use different types of live bait and obviously different depths to pattern. In some cases I may use dead bait as well, but I guess the main thing I want to point out right now is working to try and get that pattern location wise. And essentially what we've got is 3 different setups here. We've got some stuff on a flat, which is the location I'm at right now. Over here we've got a real precise edge with an inside turn and a point with deep water access. So we've got them shallow and on the edge there, and then we've got another setup out in the real deep water, some on the bottom and some up suspended to try and pattern fish there. So what you do is, I also like to drill a bunch of extra holes with the Jiffy, not just the ones I'm using, but extra holes right in that area with these 3 different stations, because if we start to see a pattern and location and it starts to get definitive, what I'll do is I'll move some from one area to the other, and you're able to do that quickly when you've already got the holes there. And I don't know how well you can see what we do behind me. I'm kind of babbling here now, but we use these sticks. This is a real good idea when you've got them spread out like this to indicate a tip up. The one thing you want to do is make sure you get there quickly when you do have a flag, to make sure that the fish isn't swallowing it. It might not be a pike, it might be a walleye, it could be a bass, it could be anything. And you got to get there quickly to make sure the fish doesn't swallow, because then you're able to release it. So it's always a good idea when you've got a couple different stations, get them set up, put a little marker by each tip up so you know where to look, and that way you're able to see where those, where you do have a flag, and then set up kind of base camp right in the middle of that. Move quickly, and again, having those extra holes is important at each station because it allows you to adapt quickly when you do see those patterns and location.